Welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. It is a beautiful day. It's a little overcast. Show you that. But it is a beautiful day. On my normal little route here. Got a couple for this week. Hoping for more, but I took the first jump in the swimming pool yesterday, the day before, and now my throat and sinuses are messed up. I may have swallowed some chlorine or something. Alright, story time. Story time. This the highest paying load that I've ever done. It's about making some money and how drivers just get ripped off. This is going to make you sick to your stomach. So, about 4 or 5 years ago, I think it was in 2018, I'm trying to remember, but I was working at Landstar, leased on to Landstar, I should say, and doing flatbed. And I just made a run out to Northern California, brought a load back, and I was down in Texas, and I got a phone call from a Landstar agent. Landstar has lots of these agents that are just shady. They do a lot of this bait and switch, putting rates on the board that they can't get when you call in. They switch them up on you. And so when my phone rang, I had this one set up. I knew who it was, and it was one of those shady agents, but I answered it anyway. And the guy says, hey, I've got a hot load going to Northern California. Do you want it? And I immediately said, nope. Just came back from there. Don't want to go back anytime soon. And he said, man, this one's paying really good. So I said, oh, okay, what do you consider really good? He said, I'll get you $7 a mile on it. And I was like, okay, well, you got my attention for sure. And he said, picks up in Austin, going to Sacramento, and $7 a mile. So I said, being the good capitalist that I am, I asked for more money. I got a little bit more out of him, but you could tell he was in a hurry. He said, man, I've got to get this load gone really quick. Do you want it or not? And I said, you know what, I'll take it. And I said, well, by the way, what am I hauling up there? And he said, well, it's a fire truck. I said, oh, shit, I can't do a fire truck. I got a flatbed. I don't have ramps. I said, it's going to be oversized. He goes, no, this is just a Ford F-250. For the fire department. And at that time in California, they were having the wildfires. So I said, hey, I do not have ramps. You need a step bed for that. He goes, no, when you get over there, they have a dock. They'll pull the truck up onto it. I said, okay, cool. Of course, I get over there and they're loading all these fire trucks and stuff in the parking lot of a college. No dock, nothing. But I'd already, I had these dollar signs in my eyes, so I called a wrecker. And the wrecker got over there, he charged me $60. We backed the truck on his wrecker, and he backed up to my flatbed, and we pulled it on there, I tied it down, and I was ready to go, and the fire chief walks up and hands me a piece of paper. And he said, I said, what's this? Because he'd already given me the BOL. He said, that's so if you get stopped, they'll know you don't have to abide by the hours regulations. And I was like, he said, yeah, you can drive straight through if you want to. Really? So I got in the truck and I called Landstar just to make sure that was legit. And she said, yeah, just be safe. And she said, just that Omnitrax is going to be chirping at you, flashing red light, just cover it up. I was like, all right. That day, I drove over 18 hours. And got into California. I believe I was either right in Arizona or right into California. I think I was in California somewhere. But stopped on the off ramp and just got to the point where it was dangerous for me to be driving. It took me about a 5-hour nap, got up and drove the rest. So in about 27 hours, I made 1,700 miles. But here's the part that'll make you sick to your stomach. So that load paid $13,500. Landstar took, I believe it was 27% for making a 5-minute phone call. Landstar and the agent split $3,700. They worked 5 minutes, I worked 26 hours. And they took $3,700. I made 9,000 or so, and then, take out my expenses or whatever. But, I did that in a day and a half. That was the good part about it. And I was tired. So I drove over to Reno. Was going to shut down for a few days because I'd been driving a lot. Walked in the casino, put some money in the slot machine, and hit a jackpot for $1,300. So got a little bit of my money back, but still, I don't know what the answer is. I know these agents, some of them, they work hard to get some of those contracts. But taking $3,700 for one load from the driver, that is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Somehow, some way that needs to be capped. And this still makes me mad to think about it. And not only that, when I showed up, they were loading, they probably had already loaded 30 trucks at that location. Not to mention that lots of other fire departments around Texas were moving their equipment up to Northern California also. So no telling how many loads were moved that day. They made $3,700 off of me, and I probably had the easiest load out of all of them. So think about that. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. That just, like I said, I don't know what the answer is, but that's absolute robbery for an agent to work that little and collect that much off somebody else's hard work. I did a lot of military freight over at Landstar, and it's basically the same thing. You get some really good rates, and lots of times you show up to get this military freight, you get out there, the agents on site. I know a few times out in California, there would be a Mercer agent and a Landstar agent on site. One of them, they'd have their travel trailers set up and their four-wheeler out there and be cooking. Just having a great old time. All the truck drivers are doing the work. There'd be hundreds of trucks out there, and those agents were just collecting those dollars for all those truck drivers' hard work. Sickening. I wish I could get some of those loads now where I didn't have to share with anybody. That would be awesome. Look at this. A few weeks ago, this was all covered in bluebonnets. Now some other type of orange flowers coming out here. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. This is why I like this route. This is what I see the whole entire way. So, what is the answer? you have somebody who runs an agency. Lots of these agents, they start out their house. They're not expending anything except for to get to their maybe their authority or something like that. And when they do get bigger, they might rent an office building or something like that and have several agents working for them. But here I am. I'm a truck driver. I've got to buy a truck, and all the insurance that goes along with it, and I've got to do all the manual